Assalamualaikum and what is up, guys? It's me again, Azwan Juperi, and this is the 5th round of Los Muertos Racing, an online racing league for F123 that I'm currently racing, based in the US. And so far, this is the Constructor and Driver Championship for Mercedes. I'm driving for Mercedes while in P6. And as for the Driver Championship, it's not looking good. I've missed one race because of Raya Haji, and also I DNF on our first race in Canada because I had to sustain a serious damage from a crash. But enough of that. This race is super important for me to get back into the title championship race for the driver championship and also for Mercedes in terms of constructor. Unfortunately, for Mercedes, my teammate Fire, he actually had to go through a qualifying ban, and you just saw me took a cheeky what do we call that, slipstream from the Aston Martin who was actually on his outlap. And also back to the point where Fire, my teammate, he had to abort. He's not able to join our qualifying session because he had a qualifying ban, and also he was supposed to get a 15-second time penalty for not being able to provide POV evidence from his post-race what do we call that, post-race penalty. So that's the situation for Mercedes team in this 5th round of Los Muertos Racing. So I was actually rushing to finish this hot lap of mine because the rain was about to come in a few minutes, and things are looking good for Mercedes so far. It's entering the final bus stop chicane to get and set our first time lap of the qualifying session, and we managed to get pole position so far. This is supposed to be a guaranteed pole position because the rain is about to come in any second from here, but I ran out of fuel and I was trying to be a nice guy and stop on the side track at the end of sector 1 in Belgium while on low fuel. I didn't know this was about to happen, but unfortunately with low fuel mode I was unable to move my car, and the game just detected me as stopped on track for too long and I got disqualified. So by being disqualified, my pole position is nullified. So I had to start from the back.
I can't get out from there.
And
Shit.
What happened, dude?
it just turns into a shit race for me and the Mercedes. So it was my bad. I learned something from this though, to not stop in the grass while not having enough fuel. So you just saw that I decided to go on a soft compound at the start of the race. We had an average start there. So at turn 1, I knew that something was going to happen. So I didn't even bother to push. Almost got hit by a Mercedes, by a Ferrari over there. Then I choose to go off the track so that I do not sustain any kind of stupid damage at the beginning of the race, especially in turn 1. So after getting left behind, we're not even done in the first sector. I was able to catch up with the pack again, but their driving was quite sluggish, I would say. The braking was random. I didn't expect them. Some of the guys were actually braking in the corner, and as you can see there, that was the first safety car that we had in this race. Now we're in lap number 4. The safety car ended. There was actually a VAC, I guess, and we managed to get a position from Beard, who's actually a mate from another league that I've raced in. And now I'm currently fighting with Ty, who looks like he's struggling. The guy just got a new wheel, the new Monza wheel. I guess he is still adapting to his new wheel. So I knew at this point that Ty is actually struggling at
On your
Spa.
left.
I have to make an overtake as soon as possible, but I do not know how to make an overtake here, which is unfortunately for me. And as you can see there, Ty lost his grip and ran out from the track, and I just decided to make a move right here and then before the bus stop chicane. Into the 5th lap of the race, I managed to catch up to the people in P13. Vroom Vinny was one of the driver that actually improved this season, but somehow he still struggled, and we were almost being involved in an incident with Phil here, the guy in Ferrari in front of me, and I had to endure driving behind him while he was braking randomly while he is in the corner. And this was actually worrying for me, as I was supposed to get
Yeah, you might want to
big points for the team. And as you can see here, we almost crashed again, and Phil lost control of his car, tried to get back into the track, and we almost hit each other. And I was like, I think I was all the way off track, or maybe just the left part of my car was already was still in the track. But fortunately, none of us sustained any damage, and I've decided
Yeah, but you might
I
wanna
have to
watch out,
overtake
the
Phil
braking is
as soon as possible here.
unpredictable.
And I didn't expect Phil to messed up his entry into the turn 1, so I just followed the inside racing line and used my ERS to secure the position of P12. And funnily enough, the virtual safety car came in. Now I have 6 seconds ahead of me
Just in time.
of distance that I have to
You got
cover.
damage, Fire?
After the VIC ended, I managed to close down the gap in the 7th lap, and the person in P10 was actually my teammate Fire in the other Mercedes, and we were actually discussing at this point whether he is able to overtake Whips in front of him, another Ferrari. And just as we were about to
Copy that.
came up with a strategy, safety car came in, and I was able to overtake the other boys under the safety car. If you notice, I'm actually running on a hard tire here because during the first safety car in the first lap, I've decided to go on hard compound. I thought that I will be able to bring the car until the end with hard tire, but that is definitely not the case. So in the 10th lap, I was behind Jazz. I made a mistake by overtaking him right here, because then I forgot that we would be racing on a drag race on a very long straight here in Spa. So as you can see there, the Red Bull behind me is actually gaining quite easily behind me with the help of Slipstream.
I just got lucky.
And we made contact into this turn. I bumped him from the back, and then he is still struggling to gain some balance. I hit him again. I might get a penalty for that after the race. I don't know. If Jazz decided to make a ticket against me, I might get a 5-second penalty, which is going to be crucial thing at the end of the race. But another safety car came in at the 13th lap, and at the 17th lap, I have already catched up with CJ. And during that safety car, I have decided to go into the pit stop and change into medium compound, and you saw CJ made a mistake at the final chicane there, and I just gladly took the position from him. And now Fire, being a very good teammate, he decided to give me the position because he knew that he's on a 15-second time penalty. There's no point of him
If you overtake him, I'll let you through, yeah?
to keep me from attacking the guy in Williams in front of him. And it's a strategy that we've trying to execute ever since the first race, which is whenever the other guy give way to the teammate. If he or she managed to keep up with the other guy, then we'll just swap position at the end of the race. But so far we are still unlucky and does not have the ability to do that yet. So after overtaking the Williams, we are in P3, and I've managed to close down the gap with the Ferrari in front of me, which was about 5 seconds if I'm not mistaken. And now, just as he is about within our attacking range at the 21st lap, I've made a mistake by getting a 3-second time penalty over here, and that actually gave a very serious damage to our chance of getting P2 in the race. Because as you can see here at the final lap, I just decided not to attack the guy. I knew I have the pace to overtake Whips, the Ferrari in front of me, but it was just not worth it. And I've managed to clear down 5 seconds from Mark, which you can see there. With 3 seconds, it would be 5 seconds behind. He would be 5 seconds behind me. This is important because if the Red Bull decided to report me, I will be getting the 5-second time penalty. So with that gap, regardless if I get penalized or not, the P3 is secured. I have to start from the back and get a P3 finish, which is good for the team, and I still stand a chance to keep up with the front runner, especially Buck, who has been winning ever since the first round of our season there. This is actually the same thing that happened to me in Spain. I had to start from the back because I got disqualified over a stupid bug, and I was a bit luckier in that race because I managed to finish in P2. Looking forward to the next race in Baku. Hopefully I will be able to get more points for Mercedes and for myself. If you guys enjoy the content, make sure you subscribe and click the like button. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Azwan Juperi. See you guys again. Assalamualaikum.